Hey, JulesBlessedVegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So welcome to my rainy hair, which I love. Praise God, we're getting some rain in the high desert. It's not as much as they said, but the day is not over. The weekend is not over. We welcome every drop, like straight up. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I've been talking about the blue zones, which are 5 recognized areas throughout the world where people do certain lifestyle behaviors that help them not only live to their 90s and 100s and beyond, but live there with a quality of life, actually being able to still communicate, be physically active, engaged in community, super important. So if you go back, or if you just put in blue zone 1, blue zone 2, blue zone, they'll come up in my search engine. But this one is kind of a summation, if you will, because we can't recapture blue zones. And unfortunately, like the one for Okinawa, Japan, they were saying it was only true for the elderly at this point. And that's because, of course, the standard, I don't want to just say American diet, but the nonsense did start here, let's be fair, has spread throughout the world. And so, you know, younger generations are not following this. But the beauty of it is we can all create our own blue zone. Yeah? So, of course, I will include this in the description of the video. These are all available at bluezones.com. And no, I don't get paid for this advertisement. Okay, this is called the Power 9, Reverse Engineering Longevity. Life expectancy of an American born today averages 78.2 years. Let me see when this was written. I don't think it says, but I know that it did go down a little bit because of COVID. But yeah, I mean, I think men were 78 and women were 84. And now it's more like 72 and 86. But it'll find its balance again. And we don't care about things like that. We make our life, right? So yeah, this year, over 70,000 Americans have reached their 100th birthday. And they just came from a really powerful time, right? 100 years ago, my gosh. 1922, think what's going on at that time. They're coming out of World War I. People ain't playing, okay? They're dealing with an upcoming, what was that called? Don't tell me. Well, stock market crash, of course. Anyway, there's a lot going on at that time where people realize that everything is precious. And excess is not an option. And if excess does happen, it's a blessing for a one-time gig, right? For real. Okay, so it says, to answer the question, we teamed up with National Geographic to find the world's longest-lived people and study them. We knew most of the answers lied within their lifestyle and environment. The Danish twin study established that only about 20% of how long the average person lives is determined by genes. Hold on to that. Well, my father had heart disease, so will I. My grandmother died from diabetes, so will I. My family has cancer. No. 80% is up to you. Then we worked with a team of demographers to find pockets of people around the world with the highest life expectancy and with the highest proportions of people who reach age 100. We found 5 places that met our criteria, but Barbaggio, bear with me, people. I'm tired, but happy to be here. Barbaggio region of Sardinia. They didn't even say Italy, but it's Italy. Mountainous highlands of Inner Sardinia with the world's highest concentration of male centenarians. I didn't know they said male for that. Acaria, Greece, which is the Aegean island with one of the world's lowest rates of middle-age mortality and the lowest rates of dementia. Thank you. Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica, which is the world's lowest rates of middle-age mortality, second highest concentration of male centenarians. The Seventh-day Adventist, which is the highest concentration around Loma Linda, California. They live 10 years longer than their North American counterparts. And Okinawa, Japan, where females over 70 are the longest-lived population in the world. We then assembled a team of medical researchers, anthropologists, demographers, and epidemiologists to search for the evidence-based common denominators among all places, and we found 9. I love that. Let me save this image. Save image as. Love it. Love it. All right. So they were putting loved ones. Okay. So under move, they move naturally, meaning it's incorporated in their lifestyle and day. Under right outlook, they have a purpose for themselves and they know how to downshift and take a break. Under connect, they have the right tribe, like-minded people, loved ones first. They know that priority and they belong to groups. And under eat wisely, they do the 80% rule. They're largely plant-based. Excuse me. And if they have wine, it's at 5 o'clock. Cute. All right, Blue Zones 9, lifestyle habits of the world's healthiest, longest lived people. Number 1, move naturally. The world's longest lived people don't pump iron, run marathons, or join gyms. Instead, they live in environments that constantly nudge them into moving without thinking about it. They grow gardens and don't have mechanical conveniences for house and yard work. Number 2, purpose. The Okinawans call it ikigai, and the Nicoyans call it plan de vida, which is a plan for life. For both, it translates to why I wake up in the morning. Yeah, don't condemn a white chick for not pronouncing things correctly. Knowing your sense of purpose is worth up to 7 years of an extra life expectancy. So brilliant. Number 3, downshift. Even people in the blue zones experience stress. Stress leads to chronic inflammation associated with every major age-related disease. What the world's longest lived people have that we don't are routines to shed that stress. Okinawans take a few moments each day to remember their ancestors. Adventists pray, Icarians take a nap, and Sardinians do happy hour. So cute. I love that. Number 4, the 80% rule. Hara Hachi Wu. The Okinawans' 2,500-year-old Confucian mantra said, before meals, remind them to stop eating when their stomachs are at 80% full. I'm going for this. I think it's so important. The 20% gap between not being hungry and feeling full could be the difference between losing weight and gaining it. You know, it's like a car. When a car is driving, you put on the brakes. Yes, it's going to stop, but it goes forward a little more. When you eat 80%, that 20% gap is going to naturally fill as the food expands and stuff in your stomach. I have a video on that. People in the blue zones eat their smallest meal in the late afternoon or early evening, and they don't eat any more the rest of the day. Like Tanny Raw, kitchen's closed. Tea-bar's open. Number 5, plant slant. Beans, including fava, black, soy, and lentils are the cornerstone of most centenarian diets. Meat, mostly pork, God bless my pig Luna, is eaten on average only 5 times per month. Hey, if the planet did that, we'd be in good shape, including our ozone and climate change. Serving sizes are only 3 to 4 ounces, again about the size of your fist, or in this case, a deck of cards. Number 6, wine at 5. And of course, I can't drink, but it's interesting. People in all blue zones except the Adventists drink alcohol moderately and regularly. Moderate drinkers outlive non-drinkers. The trick is to drink 1 to 2 glasses per day, preferably, listen to this please, Sardinian Conanau wine, which is considered a food, okay? With friends or with food. And no, you can't save up all week and have 14 drinks on Saturday. That is brilliant. Number 7, belong. All but 5 of the 263 centenarians we interviewed belong to some faith-based community. All but 5. Denominations doesn't seem to matter. Research shows that attending faith-based services 4 times per month, only 4 times per month, every Sunday, right? Will add 4 to 14 years of the life expectancy. Wow. Is that because God needs his people down here doing work longer? Number 8, loved ones first. Successful centenarians in the blue zones put their families first. This means keeping aging parents and grandparents nearby or in the home. It lowers disease and mortality rates of children in the home too. I love that. They commit to a life partner, which can add up to 3 years of a life expectancy, and invest in their children with time and love. They'll be more likely to care for you when the time comes. My mom's 90. She checks in on her kids every day. Number 9, right tribe. The world's longest lived people chose or were born into social circles that supported healthy behaviors. Okinawans created Moais, I don't know, it's M-O-A-I-S, groups of 5 friends that committed to each other for life. Okay, are you kidding me? I still have friends from preschool. But to commit to life, how beautiful is that? Research from the Framingham study shows that smoking, obesity, happiness, and even loneliness are contagious. Let's say that again. Smoking, obesity, happiness, and even loneliness are contagious. So the social networks of long-lived people have favorably shaped their health behaviors. To make it to age 100, you have to have won the genetic lottery. But most of us have the capacity to make it well into our 90s and largely without chronic disease. Yes, please. As the Adventists demonstrate, the average person's life expectancy could increase 10 to 12 years by adopting a blue zone lifestyle. And that's the good news, friends, that we can adopt this lifestyle, okay? Doesn't matter if it's dying out. It could be brand new and we could be born in it today. I love that. I have one more blue zone article. I hope you'll stay with me, which I will be doing tomorrow. But as always, like if you like, join us if you haven't, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below how I may support you for real. And until we talk again, best of all, with all this hope, know that you're blessed.